Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
All right, ladies and gents, let's get a general solution. Let's solve for y. First thing, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of that y prime and put dy dx in its place, because I want to separate the variables. All right, we want all the dy's on one side. We want the dx on the other side. We want y's on this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this whole group over. And I get x dy dx. So that takes care of that piece. Next, multiply both sides by dx. That gets rid of it on this side. And I've got y ln of x dx, and then x dy. Now what? Yeah, I got both sides by tx. That's why I got rid of this. So now I want this y with this dy. I want this dx or this x with this dx. So I'm going to do that swap by dividing. So I've got ln of x over x dx. And then I've got dy over y. And if you're like me, it weirds you out that the y's is on that side. So I'm going to switch the y's to this side. And if it doesn't bother you, great. For whatever reason, it just bothers me. So now I've got everything in terms of y on one side, everything in terms of x on the other side. So I'm ready to integrate. But I can't integrate until I separate those variables. And when you're doing a free response problem, separating that variables definitely earns you that point. Now, should you all be able to integrate successfully from this point forward? You should be able to. You've been integrating now for the last however many months. So when you see this, what is this going to be? You got it. ln of the absolute value y. This guy, though, independent, completely separate from this guy. Yes. So u substitution. U ln of x, du is 1 over x dx. Hey, you have 1 over x dx. So this becomes u du. Which then the ln of y just keeps hanging out. Antiderivative of u is u squared over 2 plus c. Now, it is surprising to me how many of you, as I was grading your free response problems and such, and I do have those tests for you that you did your practice exams, it's amazing to me how many of you take this integral sign and completely and absolutely ignore it. Oh, the integral of u du just becomes u. It's mind-blowing. So when we go over that, and we will do that tomorrow, but I wanted to go over new material today because I knew Paige wasn't going to be here, but I didn't realize everybody else wasn't going to be here today either. So go figure. They'll have to listen to the recording. So just be mindful of that, because if you write something on your AP exam, for those of you taking the exam, or for those of you that's taking my AP exam at the end of this course, if you write something down like this, and then you say you, are you correct? No. Not in the least. You're not going to get credit for this. Be very careful of what you're writing down and the equal signs that you're writing. Because if you start writing things down and you're saying, well, this is equal to this, and I go, no, it's not, you've lost a potential point because you don't know what equals means. Because you don't know what's equal to something else. You guys need to get neater, much neater on your work. Make it organized. When you saw those papers I gave you, you had tons of space, right? For some of you, I see problems all over the place. There is no flow. If there's no flow and I can't decide where to start and where to go, how is anybody else supposed to figure that out? But
could have said, how is anyone else supposed to know?
All right, well, that would have worked. All right, I'm not done yet because there's a u in this problem. I don't want a u in this problem. I'm going to get rid of it. That's ln of x, all of it squared divided by 2 plus c. Here's my ln of y. So if you successfully took your antiderivatives, you're going to get points for correct antiderivatives. But now we need to solve for y. I want to get y by its little lonesome self. So how am I going to do that? E. And here's where we're still a little bit confused. E to the ln of y becomes y. E to the ln of this becomes e to the ln of all of this. Not just the ln squared divided by 2 and then the plus c is off by itself. No. It becomes E ln of x squared over 2 plus c. That plus c is part of the exponent. Okay. Next.
Isn't that the same as e to the ln of blah blah plus e to the c?
No, and that's what I was just going to say. This is not, just so you know, big old nope right here. This is not e to the ln of x squared divided by 2 plus e to the c. Nope, 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 and nope. It's times. So y equals e to the ln of x squared 2 times e to the c, because the properties of exponents, when we have the same base, we add the exponents. And then the next piece the leap we need to take is the fact that e to the c is nothing more than c. It's just a constant. And again, depending on where you put in your initial condition, if you have one, is going to determine what value of c you have. Okay? But that's what I was hoping you got to right at the end. And if you got to this, awesome. But if you did this and then got to this, or I should say got down to this, you may get points for the answer, but what are you going to lose?
Knowledge.
Yeah, well, you've lost knowledge and you will lose points because this clearly does not equal this. So be mindful. So, yes? Fabulous.